Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a review of WARNO. We're going to talk about the pros and the cons of the game. So let's go right into single player. If you're looking for a campaign right now, it's not a feature in the game, but it's coming down the road, so you're paying for the long term. But you do get a skirmish mode, which you get 4 maps for both skirmish, single player, and multiplayer. Map being for 1v1, a map for 2v2, a map for 3v3, and a map for 4v4. One for each mode. There is no 10v10 map, which will probably be coming down the road in the future. So you get to pick a difficulty of the AI, settings regarding length of the game, points. So really cool stuff. Multiplayer is pretty fun as well, guys. You won't have a problem finding a game really quickly. Decent, okay UI to get people, but you're obviously seeing some spelling mistakes on the personnel thing. There's some mistakes like that. There's also some mistakes in the options, but in general, the options give you a good variety of how you want to customize your units and movements and orders. There could be some room of improvement. There's also some grammatical errors in there, but again, that's very small and nitpicky. That will be worked out in the future. Division-wise, you get 2 division, 78 tank Govy for the common turn, and 3rd US armor. These divisions can be played in multiple styles. I think that's already really cool. They're also very bare bones, so keep in mind that you can play these divisions with good variety already, and down the road these are going to be fleshed out, and there's going to be dozens more divisions down the road. So that's a really good sign for WARNO. At least I believe that. Let's get into the gameplay though. I kind of want to talk about the meat and the bones of the game overall, but how does it play, how is it going to look, and whether it'll be really good or not. So overall, the gameplay is really strong and is a really good foundation for the future. Right now, there's a lot of bugs with movement being sluggish, orders being delayed, units getting caught on things such as bridges, as you've all seen, and also there's been also a line of sight issue for both AA and other units as well. It's a big problem, but again, these things will be worked out. It is early access, it's to be expected. But in general though, the gameplay is very fun. It plays very similar, I think more so like Steel Division than Wargame, but takes some of the cool elements of Wargame and implements them into WARNO. So you get a good, if you're playing both those games, you'll be well at home with this gameplay. It won't be foreign to you. You'll have no issue. Also, all of the quality of life things that were brought over from Steel Division are now in WARNO, and it's really made it easier and more accessible for other players to just learn the hotkeys and be able to play at a higher level. Right now, the player base is not at a high level. Everyone's very new to the game, but I expect because of these quality of life things, you'll have a greater audience and be able to give commands at a faster rate, which will be more, it'll give more interesting games, I think, for sure, especially for a competitive scene. Overall, though, I think it's pretty good. You have some imbalancing issues, such as, artillery not properly working, AA not properly working, helicopters not properly working, and air combat being good, really strong and fun, but sometimes a little buggy in issues. And these are to be expected, guys. I know I'm being very harsh right now, and also saying at the same time it's very good, but the gameplay is fun. There's a back and forth and a lot of zones coming back. Gameplay is fluid, and there's a lot of movement. Unit variety is very interesting and cool, and gives good timing. And all of these issues, I know, that are problems now will be fixed down the road, and that is something to be wary of if you're about to purchase this game. And I want to get to this point too, that's like straight up early in the video. If you're on the fence about this game, you've never played Steel Division or Wargame or even Ruse, any of those type of games, I think you should put this game on hold right now. I don't think you should commit to this game. There's too many bugs and too many issues for you to learn quickly or understand. And there's also no tutorial built into the game, which is a massive issue. I really think Eugen should take a second look about making their own tutorial. It cannot be that hard to implement and make it their own way. Just add some, a little tutorial about the commands, the controls, and just go over some of the basics. But I think they're relying a lot on the community to do so. I think that turns away a lot of players who are very new to the game and show up and just kind of want to just get right into the game and not watch a whole bunch of videos about it. Furthermore, without any tutorial or real guide, there's a lot of controls that are very necessary to play this game. And without a tutorial, and you don't know, and you haven't played the previous games, so you're not familiar with the hotkeys and the controls, it'll be very uncomfortable for you to be able to play. But if you are experienced in Wargame or Steel Division, I really do recommend this game, because obviously you're going to be right at home, you're already going to understand the controls, it's going to be very fun for you. You're obviously going to witness a lot of bugs and issues, but down the road, this will be a good game, and you will enjoy it now because you already have a good experience as well. So I would say, in general, if you're on the fence, I would wait. If you're new to the series, I would wait a little longer. Just wait for early development to be a little more done. And if you're experienced, I think you should pick this up because I think it's a must-have if you're a fan of this genre and if you're in games. And then I want to go into the last thing. A little bit of an issue I have with the game right now. The biggest issue is I think there is a performance issue. I don't know if I have a really good computer. I really believe it's okay and pretty decent. And I have issues sometimes in certain scenarios lagging. And the maps, I must say, first of all, look magnificent. The towns, you zoom in on them, man, you're going to see absolutely detailed quality maps. And it's really cool. And the models look really nice as well. But for whatever reason, there is a performance issue. I feel some lag sometimes. Some of them buildings look a little bit phasey and things go through. I think they need to really take a second look at performance. I hope they really do that because I think it will turn a lot of people away if they have to play on like low resolution and low settings. Because the game really does look good. It doesn't look that much better than Still Division though. I really don't understand why the performance issue kind of hiccups sometimes. And then I would say other than that though, there's some balancing things that need to be worked out. But those obviously will be worked out and will be addressed. Overall, the community too is pretty open to new players. So if you're looking for people to play with or learn the game, or you don't want to rely on YouTube tutorials, you want to actually talk to somebody, there's plenty of tutorials out there. Sorry, there's plenty of Discords out there for you to join. You can join mine. There's a link in the description. I hope you guys will join because it's a lot of fun, guys, playing with new people and getting new guys into it. I'm running the WARNO League, so I'm going to host some tournaments as well. Anyway, I hope to see you guys. Hope this tutorial gives a little bit of an overview of the pros and the cons. Right now, gameplay is really good. It's really fun. There's a good maneuver warfare, but there are obviously some mechanical issues that need to be worked out, which definitely will be. And I'll see you guys around. Thanks. Leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. It only helps the channel. And let me know what you guys think.